As we go along, you may have many light episodes. They may take many different forms, some of them quite unexpected. Do not be afraid of them. They are signs that you are opening your eyes at last. This is from A Course in Miracles. Welcome back to Inspirations for Whole Wellness. This wonderful section, when I first read it, I was like, what do you mean light episodes? Am I gonna be seeing stuff? And am I gonna be going crazy? No, actually, it's as we're changing, as we are moving along our spiritual path, we're starting to have more of that true vision that the Course talks about. It's not just what we see with our eyes, that we're so, narrow-minded and narrow-sighted in the things that we see and perceive. When you start doing this work, and perhaps you've already noticed that as you are on a spiritual path and you're growing and you're tuning within more and more, maybe you're starting to see things differently. And it doesn't mean that by seeing things differently, it doesn't mean you see stuff out there like you're hallucinating or being delusional, but you are having a different perception. It's all on the level of the mind, the consciousness. You're starting to shift the way you see things. Maybe you shift the way you see certain people, certain behaviors from certain people, or things you read, or things you hear, or ways you understand yourself. They're starting to have a different meaning. Now, as you go along, you might have those light episodes that might take many different forms. So it could be just seeing things differently, just feeling more at peace with things that before would completely overwhelm you and stress you out and make you angry. Or you might actually have sights and signs that are actually physical signs, like physically seeing things that are of other energies, that are of other dimensions, that are of other, we're so multi-leveled in our dimensionality. We're not just this physical body. So you might find that you're starting to feel different energies within you. You might feel that you're channeling. You might feel that your higher self is guiding you and you have that intuition, and maybe you're having glimpses of light of things. So these are real things that happen to people as they move along, and don't be afraid of them. They're all super safe. In fact, they're a good sign. They're a really good sign. And so what I love about the Course is that it doesn't present this in a woo-woo way where it's, I'm channeling, I'm in trance, I'm doing all these weird things, I'm speaking in a weird way, I see weird things, I see beings around me. It's not, although you might see stuff, you might feel stuff, you might hear stuff, you might smell stuff, and all these are the different clairs that people can develop along the way. It doesn't mean that that's what the form needs to be for you. So again, for you, it might be just a deeper sensation of it's all okay. Like it really is all okay in the midst of things not being okay. You might have that inner knowing. You might have this idea, this inspiration. Oh, I gotta do this. I should contact this person. It's just a lot of different things that this could show up. So be open and also rejoice in it. It's a sign that you're moving along your spiritual path. And how do we move faster along our spiritual path? We use the miracle. The miracle is the only device at your immediate disposal for controlling time. In fact, you can use the miracle to speed time incredibly. Jesus says thousands of years you could save time that if you didn't use the miracle, others would have. It says the miracle substitutes for learning that might have taken thousands of years. So learning and learning and learning and being spiritual and learning all these different things and getting information and following all these spiritual leaders, and it's great. It takes us to a certain path. It takes us to a certain point. But when you tap into the miracle, You can save thousands of years, you can save lifetimes, you can control time, you can tap into the quantum field. So that's how I explain the miracle, is the way to tap into the quantum field where in right here, right now, in this present moment, in the now moment, I can experience a whole other dimension, a whole other consciousness, a whole other knowing, a whole other intuition. So it's pretty cool stuff. And as you move along, you will have an experience of what I'm talking about if you haven't already had an experience of what I'm talking about. So I would love to hear from you. Let me know in the comments how this is landing for you, and if you relate to this and if you can feel this. And I'll chat with you next time. Bye-bye.